What is going on, people? Day number 20 of the 31 Days Half October series, which I'm doing on this channel. For those of you who have not checked out the first 19 days, go ahead and do that right after this review. Anyway, almost done with the month. There's 11 days. This month has flown by. Anyway, 31 Days Half October is my series where I'm doing 31 horror movie reviews in 31 days. So, like I said, 19 days already have gone. Today's number 20. I do a little bit different. There's a whole bunch of people doing something along these lines. You got 31 Days of Horror, 31 Days of Halloween. Some people doing black and white reviews, cult classics, random horror movies that they pull off the shelf. Me, I call it a little bit different, and I do it more independent movies. And I try to do them in alphabetical order. Some days I didn't have any movies corresponding with that letter, but today the letter is T, and the movie I'm reviewing is They're Inside. This is another movie put out by Epic Pictures Group, or Dread Central Presents, or Dread Central, whatever you want to call it. This is number 16 out of the collection that they have. I believe they're on 21 now. So, movie number 16. We actually interviewed a few people from They're Inside. So if you're interested, go to the Dorkening and check that episode out. Anyway, this is directed and written by John Paul Panelli. Hopefully I said that right. It's also written by Schuyler Brumley. It stars Karli Hall, Amanda Keith Ward, Sascha. I'm going to horribly butcher this last name, but Ghafoor, hopefully I said that right, among many others. So pretty much what this is revolving around two sisters who decide to rent out this cabin in pretty much the middle of the woods to start filming a movie. They got a few other people, they got a couple friends, and then a couple guy friends to help, with lifting and stuff. So there's a whole bunch of people in this secluded, or they think secluded, cabin in the woods trying to, just do their thing and tape a movie. Well, not only do they have to kind of deal with each other with, family issues and friend issues and all that stuff. Not only do they have to fend with themselves for, I believe it's a weekend or something like that, or it might be like a extended weekend kind of deal in this woods trying to get this movie made. Not only do they have to deal with themselves, but like I said, they think it's secluded, but little do they know there's actually some psychos. It's almost along the lines of like Strangers and stuff like that, where you get these people that are, kind of just lurking throughout the movie until the climax. So you got, like I said, a few things going on in this movie at the same exact time. The stress of making films and such. And then on top of that, you got these crazies that are trying to not only get their own rocks off, I guess you want to call it, but you find out that, let's just say, they might be doing something along the lines of making a movie themselves. I don't want to get way too deep into it, but, like I said, in the first half of it, it's one style, not one style, but, people dealing with other people, and then the second half is them kind of having to come together and try to save themselves from the situation that they're in now. I'll leave it at that. Let's just say in certain scenes, I was very surprised, because there's not a whole bunch of gore or stuff in this movie, but the small parts of it definitely, is eye-popping, I guess you want to call it. There are scenes that are very graphic. I was just like, okay, well, that doesn't, it didn't fit the whole scheme in the beginning, because, for the most part, it's more of a thriller type deal where you get these, not jump scenes, not jump cuts, but just certain scenes where it's more jumpy rather than, gory or full-out horror kind of deal. But, like I said, there are scenes in this that I was just like, okay, it's very very graphic, and I was just like, oh, okay, that wasn't there the whole time, but then it pops up. So you get a little bit of everything in this movie. I definitely dug it. If you're into, like I said, The Strangers or anything like that, that it's a, fight for survival from, pretty much crazy people, this movie is definitely for you. Like I've always done in all my reviews, I'll leave the trailer for the movie so you can check it out. I'll leave the link to where you could purchase this movie. And of course, like I said in the beginning and all my other reviews, there are a whole bunch of people doing some kind of 31 days. So if you've seen There Inside, or it might not be for you, not only check out all the other 19 reviews that I have so far this month, but also check out everybody else who's doing some kind of 31 Days, the 13th Wolfman, Super Retro Throwback Reviews, to name a few. And like I said, just check out everybody else's, because so many people are doing some kind of 31 days. So today's, like I said, There Inside. Again, if you like Strangers, I think you'll like this movie a whole lot. And so check the description for everything I talk about, the trailer, where you can purchase the movie, and everybody else is doing it, along with all my other social media pages. I got a Twitter, I got an Instagram where I show off the movies behind me, a Facebook fan page. I'm part of the Dorkening. For those of you who don't know, we do a whole bunch of podcasts. I'm part of Wicked Horror Show, which is Tuesday nights. Like I said, we interviewed a few people from There Inside. So if you're interested, not only about the movie, but interested in behind the scenes kind of deal, go ahead and check that out. Also, we do it live, the podcast, but then we also take the audio from it and post it on the Dorkening Podcast Network. So if you're more into audio podcast, you could check it out that way. But check out the Dorkening. And like I said, hopefully you enjoyed this month so far, and check out every other review that I've done. And I guess until tomorrow, I'll see you guys.